Ever feel like you're running on empty, but you just can't put your finger on why? You're getting enough sleep, you think, but something's still off. Well, your body has its own secret language, dropping subtle hints that it's desperate for a real break. Today, we're decoding that language. We're talking about 10 silent signs your body is begging for rest. And trust me, number 7 is a real eye-opener that even doctors sometimes overlook. Stick around, because understanding these signs could be the key to reclaiming your energy and feeling like yourself again. First up, a sign that's easy to dismiss. You're making more mistakes than usual, dropping your keys, sending an email to the wrong person, forgetting a simple ingredient in a recipe you've made 100 times. These aren't just random clumsy moments. When your brain is fatigued, its executive functions like attention, organization, and focus start to falter. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, I can't keep up. I need a timeout to recharge. So if you find yourself constantly fumbling or making silly errors, don't just laugh it off. It might be a clear signal that your cognitive batteries are critically low and need a proper recharge. Next, let's talk about sign number 2. You're always hungry, especially for junk food. Do you ever find yourself craving chips, cookies, or anything sugary and greasy, even when you've just eaten? That's not a lack of willpower. It's your biology at work. When you're exhausted, your body produces more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and less leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full. This hormonal chaos makes you crave quick energy, which your brain knows it can get from high-calorie, sugary foods. It's a short-term fix for a long-term problem. Your body isn't actually hungry for more food. It's hungry for rest. So before you reach for that bag of chips, ask yourself if what you really need is a nap or an early night. Sign number 3 is a bit of a paradox. You're tired all day, but you can't fall asleep at night. You collapse into bed, exhausted, but your mind starts racing. You toss and turn, replaying conversations, making to-do lists, worrying about tomorrow. This is often called being tired and wired. It happens because chronic stress and exhaustion can mess with your cortisol levels. Cortisol, your stress hormone, should be low at night to allow you to sleep. But when you're overworked, it can remain high, keeping your body in a state of high alert. It's like your body's alarm system is stuck in the on position. This frustrating cycle prevents you from getting the very thing you need most, deep, restorative rest. Moving on to sign number 4, you're getting sick more often. Do you feel like you're catching every cold, flu, or bug that goes around? It's not just bad luck. A lack of adequate rest can seriously weaken your immune system. While you sleep, your body produces and releases cytokines, which are proteins that target infection and inflammation, creating an effective immune response. When you skimp on rest, you're not producing enough of these protective soldiers. This leaves you vulnerable to viruses and bacteria. So if you're constantly battling sniffles or a sore throat, consider it a red flag. Your immune system is waving a white flag, begging for the backup that only good rest can provide. Sign number 5 might hit close to home for many of us. You're feeling emotionally fragile or irritable. Little things that you'd normally brush off suddenly make you want to snap or burst into tears. Someone cutting you off in traffic feels like a personal attack. A simple question from a coworker feels like criticism. This heightened emotional reactivity is a classic sign of burnout. When you're exhausted, the part of your brain that manages emotions, the amygdala, goes into overdrive. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate your responses, becomes less effective. This imbalance turns you into an emotional live wire. So if you're feeling unusually moody or sensitive, it's not a character flaw. It's a sign your emotional reserves are depleted and desperately need to be replenished with rest. Let's look at sign number 6. Your skin is freaking out. Suddenly you're dealing with acne breakouts, dullness, or even flare-ups of conditions like eczema or psoriasis. You might be blaming your skincare routine, but the real culprit could be a lack of rest. Remember that stress hormone cortisol. When it's elevated due to exhaustion, it can trigger inflammation throughout your body, and that inflammation often shows up on your skin. It can increase oil production, leading to clogged pores and breakouts, and break down collagen and elastin, which keep your skin looking firm and youthful. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it's often one of the first places to show signs of internal distress. A clear complexion starts with getting enough rest. All right, here it is, the one you've been waiting for. Sign number 7, the one that doctors rarely talk about. Your sense of humor has disappeared. Think about it. When was the last time you had a really good, deep belly laugh? When you're truly exhausted, your brain doesn't have the extra energy for things it considers non-essential, and that includes finding things funny. Humor requires complex cognitive processing. You need to understand context, pick up on social cues, and process irony or surprise. When your brain is in survival mode, it's focused on just getting through the day. Laughter and lightheartedness get pushed to the side. So if you find yourself feeling flat and things that used to make you chuckle now barely register, it's a profound and often missed sign that your mind and spirit are crying out for a break. It's not about being a downer. It's about being deeply, fundamentally drained. Now for sign number 8. Your digestion is a mess. Are you experiencing more bloating, indigestion, or stomach cramps than usual? Your gut is often called your second brain for a good reason. It's incredibly sensitive to stress and fatigue. When your body is in a constant state of fight or flight from being overworked, it diverts energy away from the digestive system. This can slow down digestion, leading to constipation, or speed it up, causing diarrhea. It can also disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiome, the good bacteria that are essential for healthy digestion. A happy gut requires a rested body. So if your stomach is constantly protesting, it might be trying to tell you something important about your overall well-being. Sign number 9 is one you might feel in your muscles. You're sore and your recovery from exercise is slow. After a workout, you expect some muscle soreness. But what if that soreness lingers for days? Or what if you feel achy even when you haven't been exercising? This is another consequence of being overworked. Rest is when your body does its repair work. It's when your muscles rebuild and get stronger after being stressed. If you're not getting enough downtime, you're robbing your body of this crucial repair window. Furthermore, high levels of cortisol from chronic stress can contribute to muscle breakdown and inflammation, making you feel stiff and sore all over. Slow recovery isn't a sign of a bad workout. It's a sign of inadequate rest. Finally, we've arrived at sign number 10, a low libido. This can be a sensitive topic, but it's an incredibly important indicator of your overall health. When your body is exhausted and stressed, its primary focus is on survival. Non-essential functions, including the reproductive drive, are put on the back burner. It's a simple matter of energy conservation. High levels of stress hormones like cortisol can suppress sex hormones like testosterone. Fatigue itself just leaves you with no physical or mental energy for intimacy. If you've noticed a significant drop in your desire, it's not something to ignore. It's a powerful message from your body that its energy resources are dangerously low and that it needs a period of deep rest and recovery to get back in balance. So there you have it, 10 silent signals. Your body is screaming for a break, from making simple mistakes to losing your sense of humor. These signs are your body's way of trying to get your attention before you completely burn out. The solution isn't always a week-long vacation. It can be as simple as scheduling short breaks throughout your day, setting a firm boundary to end your work on time, or prioritizing an extra hour of sleep. The key is to start listening. Pay attention to these whispers from your body before they become screams. What's one sign you've been ignoring lately? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tips on living a healthier, more balanced life. Take care and get some rest.